And I'm going to talk about something that I always, Wilt Chamberlain and LeBron James. Why is it that Wilt Chamberlain it gets held against him because he lost all those finals to Bill Russell now? And the big man always got to hear about it. Like you should have done more. The same things they try to say to Shaquille O'Neal. But LeBron James is 4-6 in the finals. How you under 500 and you get anointed as the second best player or all this Mount Rushmore mess when Wilt had to go against a machine? I wanted to make sense. Now I know some people are gonna say, well, Kevin Durant teamed up with Golden State. Okay. But Steph Curry was over there. But what about those other years? What about that Mavericks finals? Okay. And LeBron did choke in was that game 4 against the 2015, up 2-1, and he stunk it up. And he blew that series. Even though I know Kyrie and Love were gone, he blew that series. But you know what is what is the criteria? What was all this? Well, this. And see, at least I can say with Wilt Chamberlain. And let me be realistic. Yeah, I got Steph Curry as an all-time top 10 player. I got him. He changed the course of basketball and all that. But Steph Curry ain't Bill Russell. And if you can't figure out to combat that, Wilt Chamberlain, you can say he played with Jerry West and Elgin Baylor. You could say Gail Goodrich and all that. But guess what? And he had two of the greatest teams ever that when he was part of, he had the right teams. But he did play team ball. And he was dominant too. But he lost to freaking Bill Russell. There is no shame in that. But I don't look at LeBron James, and he gonna sit around and say, well, he beat the greatest regular season team, what have you, with what they had. And they came back with Durant the next year. Okay. But you should have been able to offset Durant. You should have been up for the challenge. Aren't you supposed to have been so great? But you're the one who started this whole situation. Will Chamberlain played with what he had. I just want to know why they always take it upon themselves to up when they went out of these top 10 lists. They found a way to downplay Wilt Chamberlain. Now, make no mistake about it. My four horsemen of centers is always going to be Shaq, Kareem, Russell, and Chamberlain. But with Akeem just on the outside with Moses and Jokic coming up. That's how I'm rolling. Dave Robinson gets some love too, but he's in that mix. But this is the thing. Wilt is like Barry Bonds, Beirut, whoever you want to use as your sports almanac, the guy with the stats and what he did. And he did win. And I'm going to tell you something. I'd much rather have Wilt Chamberlain's career than LeBron James' career. Because at least Wilt had to go against a machine that was stacked with one of the greatest players and winners ever, and arguably the king, a GOAT himself, and Bill Russell. There ain't no shame in losing to that. But I'm going to tell you something. At least in Wilt Chamberlain's case, him and Russell, they were going at it, but he wasn't trying to emulate Bill Russell. What did LeBron James do? Become a center logo? He just like Trae Young trying to shoot them threes, hit that long range, like he trying to get his shoot on. Really? That's what you then morphed into because you're a copycat. You trying to be a broken impersonator of what you can't beat. Ain't no one gonna ever say Wilt Chamberlain was a broken impersonator of Bill Russell. And there's respect, and he can more than match up. It's just that sometimes you lost to a better team. But I'd much rather have given myself. That's why I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. People clown second place. They got jokes. But guess what? Hey, it's better to have been to not to have known. And this is the thing. If you're going to put LeBron James way up there, you got to put Wilt Chamberlain way up there. Because Wilt did a lot more in a full totality. Changed the course of the game. And he also deferred and played off in a different way. LeBron ain't done that. I want to see him have an Elgin Baylor, Jerry West type of player play alongside and see if he can check that ego. And you couldn't have more of an ego than Wilt Chamberlain. So I don't be understanding how they try to downplay Wilt and hype up LeBron James. Now, some people will say there's parallels because of all the finals and that. But it's funny how LeBron doesn't get held to that same standard. And yet he didn't put more teams together. Whereas Wilt Chamberlain was in an era they didn't do that. He played with what he had around him and rolled the dice. But he happened to be a great player who could do many different things. He wasn't a one-trick pony. And before people say that he was like 7'5" and everybody else was like the Beaver from Leave It to Beaver, that's not how it was. There was great talent in that era. There's great talent in all eras. But you see, this is how they manipulate and try to downplay what they want. They trying to sell you on it. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you got LeBron James way up high, you gotta have Wilt Chamberlain up high. Because if you're gonna put L's on one, you gotta put L's on the other. Don't try to do that. And don't use the size or whatnot. Because LeBron's big too. And he both guards all over people. And unlike Wilt Chamberlain, I ain't never seen Wilt Chamberlain double dribbling, carrying, palming the ball, frailing and falling like that. He was athletic and he was mobile. So they changed all kinds of narratives for this. But that's this thing, why they put Wilt down and hype of LeBron, you know, finals is the finals. So if you're going to justify one, you got to justify both or don't say nothing at all. And you can't talk about putting somebody on a much more, whatever, how many people you want to put on there. And if you don't have Wilt on there, you can't have LeBron on there. Because aside from scoring more points, but there's not no facts that he was a better player or athlete than that man. And he lost to a better rival. I'm sorry, as much as I like Steph and everything, you wake me up when LeBron loses to a Bill Russell type. Then I might say, okay, come on now. Y'all got to do better than that. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm at peace.